We talk about superheroes all the time, but
Right.
the stuff he sent over about this Etrigan the Demon, he seems a little different, a little darker maybe.
Oh, yeah. Etrigan is he's in a category of his own, even for DC.
I mean, it makes sense. He's
Huh.
created by Jack Kirby, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's right. It's Kirby.
Which, I mean, that's really all you need to know that it's going to be good.
Yeah.
So how did he come up with Etrigan?
It's actually kind of a funny story. Carmine Infantino, who was at DC at the time, he wanted a new character, kind of a monster hero.
Okay.
And Kirby just came up with Etrigan on the spot, basically.
No pressure. You want a monster hero? Hold on. I got
Yes. And we're talking an iconic character here.
Oh, yeah, totally.
It's really pretty amazing, but it gets even more interesting. So Etrigan's a demon, but he's bound to a human host, Jason Blood.
Okay, so we've got a demon, a human that's not totally unheard of in comics.
Right. But
What makes Etrigan and Jason Blood different? What's so special about them?
it's Jason Blood. Jason Blood is a demonologist.
Oh, the irony.
Yeah. Can you imagine being an expert on demons and you end up bound to one?
For all eternity.
Yeah, talk about a cosmic joke.
So are they always fighting for control, or what's that like?
That's exactly what it is. It's this constant struggle for dominance. Jason and Etrigan, like, vying for control.
Man, that's got to be exhausting.
Can you imagine having a devil on your shoulder 24/7, but like a real devil with powers and all that?
Yeah, fire and brimstone, the whole 9 yards.
Exactly. It's that constant push and pull between good and evil, order and chaos, you know?
And speaking of chaos, what kind of powers are we talking here? It's got to be more than like super speed or whatever, right?
Oh, yeah. It's full-on demonic power, superhuman strength, fire manipulation.
Of course.
He's got telepathy. He can even see glimpses of the future, like precognition.
So he really is kind of a walking nightmare.
Basically, yeah. But he also speaks in rhyme, which I've always loved.
Oh, right. That's right. Who thinks to give a demon a rhyme scheme?
Only Jack Kirby, I guess.
That's true. Yeah. That's one of those things that shouldn't work, but it does.
And it's not just, when he's just talking. Even when Jason Blood is, like, reciting the incantation to transform into Etrigan, it rhymes.
Oh, that's a nice touch. They're two sides of the same coin, but they share that,
Totally. And I mean, they share a body, a destiny.
Right.
But you got to remember, Jason Blood brings something else to the table, too. It's not all Etrigan's show.
Right. He's not just along for the ride.
No. Jason's a skilled swordsman. He's good with hand-to-hand combat. And he's got his own knowledge of magic from, being a demonologist all those years.
So it's like a buddy cop movie, except one of the buddies is a demon who's constantly trying to drag the other one down to hell.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so we've got this demon, this demonologist, and they're bound together. But how did this all start?
Well, their story actually goes back centuries to the time of King Arthur.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going way back.
Yeah, and get this. Merlin is involved.
Wait, as in the Merlin,
Hmm.
the wizard.
The one and only. He's got a long history with Etrigan.
Really? How so?
Well, you see, it turns out that in the DC universe, Merlin and Etrigan are half-brothers.
Whoa, hold on. What? That's one family reunion you would not want to miss.
Definitely. And it's through this whole family connection, this messed up dynamic, that we find out how Jason Blood gets involved.
Okay, now you have to tell me more. What's the connection between them?
So it turns out that Merlin and Etrigan actually share the same father,
Okay.
a powerful demon named Belial.
So this is some serious demonic family drama we're talking about here.
Oh, yeah. This isn't just your average family feud. And their history plays a huge role in how all of this goes down. See, Merlin bound Etrigan to Jason Blood, right? And that was kind of, it's supposed to be a punishment for Etrigan, curb his more destructive side.
Wait, so Jason Blood being stuck with this demon for who knows how long, that's Merlin's fault.
Yeah, you could say that. Merlin's got a funny way of dealing with his family.
It's putting it lightly.
But there was another reason for the binding, too. See, it made Jason Blood immortal.
Oh, well, okay then. I mean, sure, you're stuck with a demon, but hey, immortality.
Right. But it's not that simple because now Jason is bound to Etrigan for as long as he lives, which is forever.
Okay, yeah. Maybe not so great. You're trading one problem for another.
Exactly. It's a blessing and a curse all rolled into one.
So we've got this ancient pact, a demon, a knight, and they're still dealing with this in the present day.
Pretty much.
It's wild.
Yeah.
But the story doesn't end there, does it? You said something about a reboot.
Oh, yeah, the New 52. DC decided to revamp things a while back, give everything a fresh coat of paint, new storylines, all of it. And they didn't leave Etrigan out of it.
So what changed? What'd they do to Etrigan?
Well, for one, they gave him a totally new origin story.
Okay.
He's not just some random demon Merlin found anymore.
Yeah.
In this version, he was one of Lucifer's top lieutenants.
Well, hold on a second. So he went from, like, demon to, like, super demon working for the devil himself.
Yep. They basically gave him a promotion.
And I'm guessing this is where Jason Blood comes back in.
Exactly. So Merlin, being the all-powerful wizard he is, he saw what Etrigan was going to become. He saw the potential for chaos.
Merlin's got a crystal ball for everything, huh?
Pretty much. But here's the thing. When Etrigan rebelled against Lucifer...
He rebelled.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Anyway, Merlin saw it as a chance, like an opportunity, to use Etrigan and his power for something good.
By binding him to Jason Blood.
Exactly.
Talk about extreme measures. Oh, you're a demon who's rebelling against the devil. Let's make you a hero.
That's Merlin for you, always thinking a few steps ahead.
All right.
And it's more than that. He didn't just bind Etrigan to Jason as like a punishment. It was to give him, you know, a quest, a purpose beyond all the demon stuff.
So now this bond, it's not just about control. It's about giving Etrigan a chance at redemption. That's heavy stuff.
It really is. I think the New 52 really added a lot to Etrigan, a character. You know, it gave him this depth he didn't really have before. Like, he wants to escape his past, maybe even atone for it.
That's a lot to put on a demon, even one as powerful as Etrigan.
It makes you think, you know? If a demon can try to be better, what does that say about the rest of us? But we can get into that later. For now, let's talk about Etrigan outside of the comics.
Right. He's been in other stuff, right? Like shows and games and things.
Oh, yeah. Etrigan's been around. He's pretty popular. And there are some really great adaptations out there.
Anything that really stands out.
Justice League Dark is really good.
Yeah. I've heard of it. What'd they do with him?
Well, it's interesting because they actually go even deeper into the darker parts of his personality, which you wouldn't expect since he's, you know, with a bunch of heroes.
Right. So even though he's trying to be good, he's still got those demonic urges he's fighting against.
Yeah, and they don't shy away from that. They show him really struggling with it, you know, questioning himself and his motives. It makes him a really interesting character to watch because you never know what he's going to do.
It's like even in a world of heroes and villains, he doesn't quite fit in.
Exactly. He's walking this tightrope between good and bad, and you never know which way he's going to fall.
It's like that inner conflict is a huge part of what makes Etrigan who he is.
Precisely. He embodies that struggle between darkness and light that exists within all of us, even if we don't have a demon sharing our bodies.
That's a pretty powerful message when you think about it. It reminds me of what we were discussing earlier about Etrigan's desire for redemption.
Exactly. It's not a simple case of a hero battling villains. Etrigan's greatest battle is with himself, with the legacy of his own demonic nature. And that resonates with readers and viewers, I think.
Because deep down, we all relate to that struggle in some way.
On some level, absolutely. We all have our demons, our flaws, and temptations. Etrigan just wears his a little more, literally.
And the fact that he's still striving for good, still trying to atone for his past, it gives you hope, doesn't it?
It's a powerful message of hope and one that transcends the usual superhero tropes. It reminds us that even those who seem beyond redemption, even demons, are capable of change.
And that maybe, just maybe, there's hope for all of us, even when we stumble and make mistakes.
That's the beauty of a character like Etrigan. He challenges our preconceived notions of good and evil, hero and villain. He shows us that the lines aren't always so clearly drawn, and that even in the darkest of hearts, there can be a spark of light.
So where does someone like Etrigan fit in the grand scheme of things?
That's the question, isn't it? Where does a rhyming, fire-breathing half-demon who was once Lucifer's right-hand man belong in a world of heroes and villains?
It's a question worth pondering, that's for sure. He's a reminder that sometimes the most compelling characters are the ones who defy easy categorization. Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive. I feel like I've learned so much about Etrigan, from his chaotic origins to his complex quest for redemption.
It's been a pleasure exploring his story with you. Etrigan is a character who stays with you, who makes you think about the nature of good and evil and the potential for change that exists within us all.
He's a reminder that everyone has a story, even a demon. And sometimes those stories can surprise us, challenge us, and even inspire us.